In 98% of the voice calculated by Monday, the coalition led by Orbán's governing side, Fidesz, was designed to win 133 seats out of the 199 seats in parliament, onto the nation's domestic poll office space. The outcome would grant Orbán's by the government a supermajority, give it the force to correct the basic law. The Fidesz-led coalition took 49% of the domestic listing votes, trouncing the permissive opposition, that had unsuccessful to put up a joint front line. Maintained by a powerful economics, Orbán was ever anticipated to gain, but the powerful supporting for his Eurosceptic and against immigration Plato frame represents a headache for the Europe Association. How narrowed the area for true policy discussion, impeding voters' capacity to do a completely aware selection, the OSCE told. Law-wing leaders in Europe were fast to greet Orbán. Poland's main secretary Mateusz Morawiecki, Hungary's nearest friend in the EU, tweeted, "This way to reformation is never lightweight." Addition, how this supporting of the most of community shows how he's cost manufacturing the force. The Jobbik side, a distant right team how has tested to subdue its picture above latter year and rebrand himself as an against corruption strength, came a remote other. It acquired 19.2% of the votes, the domestic poll office space told. The side's frustrating productivity induced side CEO Gabor Vona to declare his retire. Fidesz, in a coalition in the less believer more democratic human beings' side, has detained a couple-thirds supermajority in parliament for the history 8-year, enabling it to changing the basic law out of a plebiscite. The Organization for Safety and Collaboration in Europe will this a paper on the poll at 3 p.m. regional period how is anticipated to be crucial of aspects of the poll. Orbán is a reviewer of the Europe Committee, the execution arm of the EU, in spite Hungary's statute as one of the greatest budget recipients of EU growth cash. Orbán has charged the committee of outsmart in Hungary's sphere, especially in its try to levy a quote framework how would include required Hungary to settle down refugees. Orbán has desired to depict oneself as a protector of believer Europe versus Muslim migration. He has as well railed versus which he refers to as annoying world institutions, such as the joint nations and NGOs. Fidesz as well ran an violent campaigning versus the Magyar-born Hebrew financier and philanthropic George Soros, charging him of drawing to get monitoring of the nation. The against Soros rhetorical came versus a broad background of anti-Semitism in Hungary.